all this rare and unique content. Please show your support by subscribing and leaving comments.
Howdy folks, I was at Chapter's bookstore the other day and pleasantly surprised to find this on the magazine rack. It is the complete guide to unsolved mysteries, notorious events that defy reason, and it lists some of the things that you're going to find in this magazine. And this is the 2023 issue of this magazine. I have one that goes as far back as 2018, so it seems to be a yearly occurrence. Strangely, there's no mention of Bigfoot or Sasquatch on the cover, which I always find surprising. And I will say that when I first picked up this magazine and opened it up, I was just leafing through it, hoping to find something on Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and sure enough, I did. But it all looked really familiar. So I put the magazine back. Sorry, I took a picture of the cover because I'm at a point now where I have so many magazines that it's hard for me to keep track and remember which ones I have. Yeah, that's a good place to be, I guess. So what I'm going to start doing is taking photos with my cell phone of the magazines that I see, and then make sure when I get home that I don't already have a copy, because I have bought some magazines, including on eBay, that I already have a copy of. So I have to stop doing that because that gets a little pricey. Anywho, I did take a picture of the magazine. I got home, and again, much to my surprise, I didn't have a copy of this issue. And I was perplexed because the article looked so familiar. And I know that I hadn't picked it up previously and leafed through it. So, a few days later, I went to a Walmart. And thankfully, they had this magazine and I bought it. I get it home. And again, I'm looking and I'm thinking, I've read this before, the article on the Sasquatch. So I knew I had other issues of Unsolved Mysteries from past years, and I looked, and lo and behold, in the 2021 issue is exactly the same article on Sasquatch and another article. Somewhat disappointed, but I understand magazines regurgitate stuff. My last mag snag, this is mag snag number 5 by the way, my last mag snag, which is number 4 of course, I featured the latest then issue of 14 Times, and they too had rehashed some articles from previous issues, including article that I had written. But let's take a look at this anyhow, because if you are an avid collector of magazines like I am, you still want to get this, because it does have some other material in here, and it does have a different cover. So there's the cover, and oh, by the way, here is the 2021 cover, in case you're curious. That's what it looks like. And when we open up the magazine, you can see in the table of contents, there's a lot of stuff here, and they broke it down to different chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you look on Chapter 1, Jack the Ripper, the Black Dahlia, the Zodiac Killer. So basically unsolved murders and mysterious deaths. Chapter 2, People Who Vanished. And there's a whole host of some, and one of my favorite, and maybe yours too, D.B. Cooper, a hijacker who parachuted from a plane. Amazing story. Chapter 3, Major Crimes and Robberies. Some interesting things there. Oak Island, the last covered in that chapter. Amazing story. If you're not aware of it, look it up. Fascinating. Chapter 4, UFOs and Aliens. Yeah, I'm not that big into UFOs, but sometimes. Lots of good stuff there. Chapter 5, Ghosts and Haunted Places. And Chapter 6, Scary Creatures, including vampires, werewolves, zombies, Loch Ness Monster, Sasquatch, and Friends, which is Bigfoot, Yeti, and the skunk ape. Wonder why they didn't capitalize skunk ape when Bigfoot and Yeti are. But anyways, have all been sighted in the wild. And then 96 has, again, the same article that's in the 2021 version. This is Strange Beasts, and it's the Jackalope, Jersey Devil, Yowie, which of course is Australia's Bigfoot or Sasquatch, Chupacabra, that's a tongue twister, Chupacabra, and more confusing and confounding beasts. So, as usual, I'm going to give you my spiel. I'm not going to show you much of the magazine, but I will show you the articles that are of interest for those interested in Sasquatch and Bigfoot. And so let's turn to page 95 and we'll take a look. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is the exact same article that you will find in the 2021 version of this magazine. So there you see on your screen Sasquatch and Friends. And you can take a look. I will zoom in and crop this so you can read the article. Some great artwork there, and underneath the one Bigfoot or Sasquatch art says, "From left, the abominable snowman or Yeti. Bigfoot artifacts and footprint casts at the Willow Creek China Flat Museum in California, covered in dark hair. The skunk ape is said to inhabit swamps and marshes in the southeastern U.S." Sasquatch and Friends, Bigfoot and the Yeti and the skunk ape. Oh my, get to know the beasts that transfix those who claim to have come across them in the wild. So that's the article. And if you flip the page, beasts that confuse and confound. Vampires and werewolves may be easy to spot, but some beings are such a mystery that they have managed to remain unidentifiable. That's kind of strange. And there's the jackalope, black shuck, whatever that is, never heard of it. Jersey Devil, which in some people's view is just a Sasquatch. That's been, I guess, misidentified. Yowie and Chupacabra. And there is some freaky artwork there. Yeah. So that is basically, if you were a Sasquatch Bigfoot fan, that's what you're getting in this magazine. And again, it's the same two articles from the 2021 Unsolved Mysteries issue. But this one does have some other material, and it's a little different. And the cover certainly is completely different. If you are a collector, you're going to want to add this to your collection. It wants this magazine to be displayed until October 23rd, 2023. So it's not going to last long, and then you're going to have to buy it off of eBay. Probably higher than the magazine cost at Chapters or Barnes & Noble, wherever you shop. Anyhow, that's Mag Snag number 5. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Stay safe out there.
If you're enjoying all this rare and unique content, please show your support by subscribing and leaving comments.